The woods went silent. Not peaceful. Expectant. The pit yawned open at the center of the stone circle, breathing slow and deep, like it already knew how this would end. Roots twitched along its edges, reaching, waiting to be fed. Harry stood at the brink, the dark lines on his body glowing faintly beneath his skin. He didn't look afraid anymore. He looked resolved. Behind me, Harry's dad took a step forward. "Harry," he said softly, his voice layered with something old. "It's time." Harry turned to him, eyes wet but steady. "No," Harry said. "It ends tonight." The woods stirred, displeased. Billy's voice rose from the pit, overlapping itself, echoing through the trees. "Blood answers blood. A keeper for a keeper. A son for a son." Harry shook his head. "That's the lie you tell, so the cycle keeps going." The ground trembled harder now, roots bursting free, wrapping around Harry's legs, his waist, pulling him closer to the edge. I ran forward, grabbing his arm. "Harry, don't!" He looked at me, finally scared. "I don't get to walk away," he said quietly, "but neither does it." Harry reached into his jacket and pulled out the rusted fishing lure. Billy's lure, the one that marked the bargain. "You said this bound you," Harry whispered to the woods, "so it can unbind you too." He drove the hook into the earth. The woods screamed, not in sound, in memory. Every burial, every bargain, every life taken in silence tore loose at once. The pit convulsed, collapsing inward as roots snapped and recoiled like burned flesh. The thing beneath the woods shrieked, furious and afraid. "You are mine," Harry screamed back. I was taught to listen. The marks on his body flared, then reversed, draining downward, ripping themselves out of him and into the pit like veins being torn free. Harry collapsed. The pit sealed shut. The woods went still. Harry's dad dropped to his knees, the emptiness leaving his eyes all at once. He sobbed, clutching the dirt, finally free, finally human again. I reached Harry first. He was breathing, barely. The marks were gone. So was something else. Harry opened his eyes, unfocused. "It's quiet," he whispered. "I can't hear them anymore." Relief hit me so hard I laughed. Then Harry frowned. "I can't hear anything." The forest around us stood frozen. No wind, no insects, no life. The woods weren't watching anymore. They were dead. Weeks later, they said a sinkhole collapsed beneath an old grove, an environmental anomaly. The land was fenced off, condemned. Harry survived, but he never went back to the woods. Sometimes he stops mid-sentence, like he's listening for something that will never answer. Sometimes he wakes up crying, convinced something is calling his name. And sometimes, when the wind dies completely and the world goes too quiet, I swear the ground beneath us holds its breath, like it's remembering what it cost to be silent.